Hey everyone, welcome back to Building Wealth channel. Today we're going to unravel the mystery of good debt versus bad debt. Now I know what you're thinking, isn't all debt bad? But hold on to your horses, because you're about to discover that not all debts are created equal. That's right, some debts, when strategically managed, can actually open doors to opportunities, fueling your financial growth. On the flip side, other debts can feel like a sinkhole, constantly pulling you down. In this journey, we're going to delve into what makes a debt good or bad, and why it's absolutely essential to grasp these differences. The knowledge you'll gain here today can aid you in making informed financial decisions and help you steer your financial ship in the right direction. So, get ready to understand how not all debts are created equal. Let's start with what we call good debt. Now, this might sound counterintuitive. Isn't all debt bad? Well, not exactly. Good debt is essentially an investment. It's money borrowed that will help you generate income or increase your net worth over time. Think of it like planting a seed. You're putting something down now, in the hopes that it will grow and yield a fruitful return in the future. That's the essence of good debt. It's strategic, purposeful, and can lead to financial growth. One of the most common examples of good debt is a mortgage. When you take out a mortgage, you're investing in real estate. This asset can potentially appreciate over time, building wealth and providing a stable living environment. It's not just a roof over your head, it's an investment in your future. Another example is student loans. Yes, they can be daunting, but when used wisely, they're an investment in your education. This can lead to increased earning potential and open up a world of career opportunities. The key here is to ensure that the potential income outweighs the cost of the debt, and let's not forget about business loans. For those with an entrepreneurial spirit, taking out a business loan to start or expand a business can be a strategic move. It's an investment that has the potential to yield future returns. Of course, it's important to have a solid business plan and financial projections to ensure that this debt can be managed effectively. So, good debt is essentially an investment that could potentially lead to greater wealth. It's about making your money work for you. It's about strategic planning and making informed decisions. And ultimately, it's about building a stronger financial future. Remember, the key to good debt is all about balance and responsibility. It's about understanding your financial situation, making informed decisions, and always planning for the future. After all, the goal isn't just to survive, but to thrive. And understanding the concept of good debt is a step in the right direction. Now let's move on to bad debt. Treading into this territory is like walking on a financial tightrope, where one wrong step can lead to a tumble into a pit of financial strain. It's a realm where debt works against you, often leading to a vicious cycle that's hard to escape. Our first stop is credit card debt. Picture this: swiping your card for unnecessary splurges, falling into the allure of instant gratification. It seems harmless in the moment, but it's a slippery slope. With high interest rates, this debt rapidly accumulates, putting a significant dent in your financial health. It's like carrying a ticking time bomb in your wallet, ready to explode your finances at any moment. Next, we encounter payday loans, the notorious villains of the financial world. They might seem like a lifesaver in a pinch, promising instant cash. But beware, they come with exorbitant interest rates. These loans often trap individuals in a debt cycle that's akin to quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. Lastly, consider car loans for depreciating assets. Picture buying a brand new car, sparkling and shiny. It feels great, right? But here's the catch. The moment you drive it off the lot, its value starts to depreciate. So, when you take out a loan for such an asset, you're essentially paying more for something that's worth less over time. It's like pouring your money into a bucket with a hole. It just keeps draining away. Bad debt, therefore, is a liability that can eat up your finances over time. It's a financial pitfall that can derail your journey towards financial freedom. But remember, understanding these types of debts is the first step in avoiding them. So keep your eyes open and your financial senses sharp. After all, the best way to win the game of finance is to play it smart. So how do we distinguish between good debt and bad debt? The answer lies in several critical factors that come into play when evaluating debt. Let's break them down. First, consider the interest rates. The cost of borrowing money is defined by the interest rate. Lower rates often mean the debt is less costly, and therefore more manageable. High interest rates, on the other hand, can make a debt burdensome and lead to financial strain if not managed effectively. Next, think about the purpose of the debt. Is it being used to acquire an asset like a home or an education that will appreciate over time? Or is it being used for consumable goods or services that won't provide a return on investment? The purpose of the debt can often help determine whether it's good or bad. Another crucial factor to consider is the potential for returns. For example, taking on debt to invest in a business or education can lead to increased earning potential over time. This is a hallmark of good debt. Conversely, debt that doesn't create an opportunity for future financial growth, such as credit card debt accumulated from non-essential purchases, is typically considered bad debt. Finally, consider your ability to repay the debt. A manageable level of debt is one that can be comfortably repaid within your budget. If the debt repayment will stretch your financial resources too thin, or if the debt-to-income ratio is too high, it's probably not a good debt to take on. In essence, distinguishing between good debt and bad debt isn't always black and white. It's a nuanced process that requires a thorough understanding of your financial situation, careful consideration of the debt's purpose, and thoughtful analysis of the potential long-term benefits and costs. Remember, it's all about weighing the long-term benefits against the costs. It's about making informed decisions that align with your financial goals and contribute to your overall financial well-being. No matter what kind of debt you have, managing it is key. So how do we manage debt effectively? Well, there are a few strategies that can help you stay on top of your financial obligations and potentially even reduce the amount of interest you pay over time. Firstly, it's essential to create a budget. This is your financial roadmap, outlining where your money comes from and where it's going. By keeping a close eye on your income and expenses, you can better understand your financial situation and make informed decisions about your spending. Next, try to pay more than the minimum required payment on any debt you have. While it might be tempting to only pay the minimum, doing so can lead to higher interest payments over the long run. By paying more than the minimum, you'll reduce your total debt faster and save money on interest. Another great strategy is to prioritize your debts. If you have multiple debts, focus on paying off the ones with the highest interest rates first. This is known as the avalanche method. Alternatively, you might prefer the snowball method, where you pay off the smallest debts first to gain momentum. Now, what about seeking financial advice? If you're feeling overwhelmed by your debt or aren't sure how to manage it, there's no shame in seeking help. Financial advisors or credit counselors can provide you with personalized advice and strategies to manage your debt effectively. Remember, it's important to regularly review and adjust your debt management strategies as your financial situation changes. This will ensure you're always on top of your debt and moving towards your financial goals. Finally, remember that while debt can be daunting, it's not necessarily a bad thing. When used wisely and managed effectively, debt can be a tool to help you achieve your financial and personal goals. Whether that's buying a home, starting a business, or investing in your education, debt can be a stepping stone towards these milestones. A well-managed debt can be a stepping stone to your financial success. Now that's something to keep in mind as we navigate the world of finance. To wrap up our discussion today, we've explored the world of debt, unmasking the fact that not all debts are created equal. We've learned that good debt, like mortgages, student loans, and business loans, can serve as strategic investments for future financial growth. On the other hand, bad debt, such as credit card debt, payday loans, and loans for depreciating assets like brand new cars, can lead to financial strain and stagnation. The key takeaway is the importance of understanding the distinction between good debt and bad debt. This understanding enables us to make informed financial decisions, turning debt from a potential pitfall into a powerful tool. Just remember, it's not about avoiding debt altogether, but about knowing how to leverage it wisely. Remember, your knowledge about debt can be your weapon for long-term financial success. Now that you know the difference between good debt and bad debt, we want to hear from you. Have you had experiences that have shaped your perspective on debt? Maybe you've taken on a mortgage that's grown in value over time. Or perhaps you're dealing with the pitfalls of high-interest credit card debt. Your experiences and insights are valuable, and by sharing them, we can all learn from each other. So, don't be shy. Drop a comment below, and let's get the conversation started. And remember, if you found this content helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We have plenty more financial insights to share, and we'd love to have you along for the ride. So hit that notification bell too, so you won't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for joining us, and let's continue this journey to financial success together.